There comes a moment in life, often late at night, when the house is quiet and the world feels far away. You sit there and you realize something that is hard to say out loud. You cannot fully rely on anyone anymore. Not your children, not your relatives, sometimes not even the people who love you. And that realization can feel heavy on the heart. If you have ever felt that way, I want you to know something important right now. You are not weak. You are not ungrateful. And you are not alone. As we grow older, family dynamics change. Children grow busy. They have jobs, worries, and families of their own. Friends move away, fall ill, or pass on. Slowly, without anyone meaning harm, the circle of support we once leaned on becomes smaller. And in those quiet moments, a question rises gently but firmly inside us. If I cannot rely on others the way I once did, what can I rely on now? Today, I want to talk with you about that question, not in a fearful way, not in a blaming way, but in a calm and empowering way. Because the truth is this: peace, health, and happiness in later life do not come only from family. They come from quieter places, stronger places, places that cannot leave you or forget you. In this video, we will walk through 11 things seniors can rely on instead of family. These are not grand ideas. They are simple supports. Daily supports. The kind that bring dignity and calm, even on lonely days. Please stay with me through all of them, especially the later ones. Many seniors tell me they wish they had learned these lessons earlier. Let us begin gently. Number 1, your own daily movement. One of the most important things you can rely on is your own ability to move your body, even a little, every day. This does not mean exercise the way young people talk about it. It means walking slowly, stretching your arms, standing up from a chair with care. Movement is not about speed. It is about independence. I once knew an older man who walked the same short path every morning. He moved slowly. He sometimes stopped to rest, but he never skipped that walk. When asked why, he said something simple: "As long as I can move myself, I do not feel trapped in my own life." That is the power of movement. It keeps you connected to the world. It keeps you trusting your own body. When seniors stop moving, even gently, fear often grows. Fear of falling, fear of needing help, fear of becoming a burden. But regular movement, no matter how small, quietly pushes that fear away. It reminds you that your body still listens to you, that you still have control. If there is one thing to carry with you from this point, let it be this: your daily movement is a form of self-respect. A short walk, a few stretches, a slow dance with the radio on. These are not small things. They are foundations. Number 2, simple daily routines. Another thing seniors must rely on instead of family is routine. A gentle, predictable rhythm to the day. When family is not around, routine becomes a steady companion. It tells you when to wake, when to eat, when to rest, when to breathe. Many older people feel lost, not because they are alone, but because their days have no shape. One day blends into the next. Meals are skipped. Sleep becomes uneven. Energy comes and goes. A simple routine brings order back into life. Number 3, financial simplicity. Many seniors believe security comes from having more money, but often Peace comes from having fewer worries, fewer bills, fewer confusing accounts, fewer things to manage. Financial simplicity is something you can rely on deeply in later life. Complicated finances create stress, and stress steals sleep. It steals calm. I have seen seniors feel constant worry just from unopened mail or unfamiliar charges. But when they simplify, something changes inside them. They breathe easier. They feel in control again. One older woman once told me she canceled just one service she did not use anymore. She said it was not about the money. It was about the feeling. I felt like I was steering my life again. You do not need perfection. You only need clarity. Simple finances create a quiet mind, and a quiet mind is a powerful form of peace. We will continue with the remaining supports that bring calm, dignity, and strength as we grow older. Some of the most meaningful ones are still ahead. If you stay with me, then write "continue" below. As we continue, remember this. These supports are not meant to replace love. They are meant to protect your peace when love is busy, far away, or silent. Let us move on gently. Number 4, emotional self-comfort. One of the hardest lessons in later life is realizing that not everyone will understand your feelings. Family may care deeply, yet still not know how heavy some days feel. That is why emotional self-comfort becomes so important. It is the ability to soothe your own heart when no one else is there to do it. Many seniors were raised to be strong and quiet. They learn to push feelings aside and keep going. But emotions do not disappear when ignored. They wait. Emotional self-comfort means allowing yourself to feel without judging yourself for it. I once spoke with an older man who said evenings were the hardest. The house felt too quiet. Memories felt too loud. Instead of fighting those moments, he created a simple habit. He would sit in his favorite chair, play soft music, and place one hand over his chest. He told me it helped him feel grounded, not happy, just safe. That was enough. You can rely on this gentle practice. When sadness comes, pause, breathe. Name the feeling quietly. Say to yourself, "This is sadness, and I am still okay." That small act builds strength over time. It teaches your heart that it does not need rescuing to survive. Number 5, physical safety habits. Another important support is something very practical, your own safety awareness. As we age, our bodies change. Balance shifts. Vision weakens. Reaction time slows. Relying on safety habits is not fear. It is wisdom. Many accidents happen not because seniors are careless, but because they rush. They stand up too quickly. They walk in poor light. They reach without support. Small habits can prevent big problems. I remember a woman who told me she fell once and was afraid it would happen again. Instead of becoming fearful, she became thoughtful. She added better lighting. She kept a chair nearby when dressing. She slowed her steps. She said something beautiful. "I stopped trying to move like I was young and started moving like I was smart." That is what safety habits are. Smart care. You can rely on them every day. They protect your independence quietly without asking anything from anyone else. Number 6, personal values. As family roles change, many seniors feel unsure of who they are anymore. They are no longer raising children or working long careers. This can leave an empty feeling. That is why personal values matter so deeply. Values are simple rules you live by. They guide your choices. They steady you when opinions around you change. When you rely on your values, you stop waiting for approval. I once met an older man who lived alone and spoke little, yet he had a calm confidence about him. When asked his secret, he said he lived by a few rules. Be honest, be kind, leave things better than you found them. These rules shaped his days. He did not feel lost because he knew what mattered to him. You can rely on your values to give your life direction, even simple ones. Treat others gently. Speak truth kindly. Rest when needed. These values become your inner compass. Number 7, gentle self-talk. The voice you hear most often in life is your own, and many seniors speak to themselves more harshly than anyone else ever has. Gentle self-talk is something you must rely on deeply. Aging brings changes, slower steps, forgetfulness, fatigue. It is easy to turn these into criticism. Why am I like this now? I should be better. That inner voice can slowly wear you down. I once spoke with a woman who caught herself scolding her body daily. One day she stopped and said out loud, "I am doing the best I can today." She said it felt strange at first. Then it felt kind. Over time, it felt healing. You deserve kindness from yourself. When you make a mistake, speak gently. When you feel tired, allow rest. When you feel lonely, remind yourself that feelings pass. Gentle self-talk builds emotional safety inside you. These supports may seem quiet, but they are powerful. They do not disappear when others are busy. They do not grow tired. They stay with you. In the next part, we will talk about the final supports. These are the ones that bring peace even in solitude and meaning, even in silence. As we move into the final part of this message, I want you to know something. These last supports are often the ones seniors tell me bring them the most peace. Not because they take away loneliness or grief, but because they create a deep sense of stability. A quiet feeling that says, I can stand on my own 2 feet, even when life feels different than it used to. Let us continue gently. Number 8, purposeful solitude. There is a big difference between being alone and being lonely. Many older adults spend long hours in quiet houses, and that silence can feel heavy. But solitude, when understood in a new way, can become a place of peace instead of pain. Purposeful solitude means choosing to enjoy your own company. It means filling moments with things that nourish you, not drain you. I once knew a woman who lived alone for many years after her husband passed. She told me she stopped thinking of herself as alone and started thinking of herself as free to enjoy little things. She would sit outside and watch the birds. She would listen to old songs. She would read the same book she loved as a girl. She said something beautiful. My house is quiet, but my life is not empty. When you rely on purposeful solitude, you stop waiting for someone else to bring meaning into your home. You create it with your own hands, your own time, and your own heart. Number 9, health awareness. Another support you can count on is your own awareness of your body. You have lived in this body for many decades. You know how it reacts. You know its rhythms. You know its warnings. Listening to your body is a strong form of independence. Many seniors tell me they wish they had trusted their own instincts sooner. They knew when something felt off, when something was different, or when they needed rest. But they ignored the signs because they did not want to worry their family. Health awareness is not fear. It is wisdom. I once met an older man who kept a small notebook. Every morning he wrote how he felt: energetic, tired, lightheaded, strong. Over time, he noticed patterns. His notes helped him catch a small issue before it became a big one. He said, "My body speaks quietly, but I am learning to listen." You can rely on your awareness. You know yourself better than anyone. Trust that knowledge. It protects you. Number 10, small daily joys. Many people think happiness fades with age, but I have learned that joy does not disappear. It simply becomes quieter, smaller perhaps, but deeper. Small daily joys can carry you through the longest days. A warm cup of tea, a gentle breeze through your window, the smell of breakfast, the sun on your face, a familiar song. I once talked with a senior who told me she stopped chasing big moments and started collecting small ones. She said, "When I focus on what is small, somehow my heart feels big." That is the truth of joy in later life. It rarely arrives loudly. It often whispers. These little joys may seem simple, but they give your days color. They make life feel worth living. They remind you that beauty still grows in the quiet corners of your world. Number 11, self-trust. This is the strongest support of all, the one that holds everything else together. Trusting yourself, trusting your judgment, trusting that you can handle the day in front of you. Many seniors struggle with this because they have spent years being told what to do by doctors, children, or well-meaning relatives. But you have lived through decades of storms. You have survived grief, change, and challenges that younger people cannot imagine. You have earned the right to trust your own voice. I once sat with an elderly man who said he doubted himself often. But then he smiled and said something I never forgot. "Every time I think I cannot handle something, I remember everything I already have." That is the power of self-trust. It reminds you that you are stronger than your worries. You can rely on yourself, your experience, your wisdom, your heart. They have carried you far. They will continue to carry you. And now, as we reach the end of our time together, I want to offer a soft reflection. You may not have the same support system you once did. Life changes. People change. Seasons shift. But you are not without support. You have movement, routine, simplicity, comfort, safety, values, kindness, solitude, awareness, joy, and most of all, trust in yourself. These things will not leave you. They will not forget you. They live with you every day. If this message reminded you of your own inner strength, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Write "inner strength" today and tell us where you are watching from. And if you found comfort in these words, follow Elderly Roots for more calm and caring guidance to help you live safely, peacefully, and beautifully in every stage of life.